So I had another order, Appledore. So I need to get this ready. It was from Etsy again. And if it wasn't for Etsy, then I really wouldn't have had a lot of orders in, because nobody sees my website. In fairness, I don't do a lot to promote my website because I don't really know how. I don't know how to do the SEO settings, and I don't know how to do any of it. It's all completely foreign to me. So I don't do anywhere near as much on my website as I probably should, and therefore it never gets seen. But thankfully, Etsy, you get a ka-ching noise on your phone, which is just the best sound ever, honestly. So I had an Etsy order. This is it. I need to package this and get this in the post today. You would not believe well, you would by now believe the dramas I had printing this off. Let me show you how many different prints I made yesterday. There was this one, which actually made me realise I prefer the margins bigger. I prefer having the wider white margins. So that might be something I need to consider, God forbid, for the rest of my prints, because you know how much I love adjusting margins. Anyway, so one. Goodness knows how many nozzle checks I had to do, because I had to clean the print heads like every couple of prints. Another one, and look, this is what I mean. Do you see can you see the line effect? That's because 1 minute the printer printed fine, and the very next print it decided to print these fine lines, which then required another nozzle check followed by another head cleaning, because we hadn't already spent 3 hours at this point. The next one, do you see all the ink splats? That gets better, there's more. So then we had, I probably threw them out actually, so I just had enough. A bit blurry, don't know why that was. And then we had, oh yes, almost perfect, although the margins were still wide at this point, but no, one inch splat. Oh, this one, totally different size margins, because you know, why not randomly change the margins all by yourself? And that's just only some of them. Some of my problems with the printer yesterday, until finally, here, I had one. Margins the same size, but I do actually like the larger, whiter margins. Anyway, got to send this off today, so that's on my to-do list. You would have noticed in my video there's a bit of me doing some doodling, shall we call it, with some paint pens that arrived yesterday, which I just wanted to try. That was this. It means absolutely nothing, and God knows what it is. You saw me in the video. I was doing that whilst trying to stay calm, because in the background the printer was behaving like this. So that was my attempt at staying incredibly calm in what was a ridiculously stressful situation, because I was trying to make the post deadline. Did I make the post deadline? No, I did not, and that's why I've still got to wrap this today. Oh, not that it was a deadline that I missed for the person that bought it, because they only purchased it the day before, and I have with Etsy 3 to 5 days to post my item. I like to get it done the next day. Didn't meet that target yesterday through no fault of my own, I might add. So, what can I tell you? Well, things have been slow, to say the very least. Do you know, Etsy, I've got to say, I really don't do an awful lot. Put my products on there and then I just leave it to do its thing. I'm starting to learn lots of different things. Well, not learn, realise is, firstly, I get sales. Like last month, my phone ka-chinged quite a few times, which was unexpected because, like I say, I put my products in Etsy and that's all I do. I don't sit there changing settings or messing around with it at all. I put stuff in the Etsy shop and there it sits. So the fact that I get any ka-chings is just brilliant to me. But I had quite a lot of cha-chings last month, and what a very exciting welcome bonus that was. But what it tells me, oh my God, I hate sellotape. I hate it with a, oh, that's right. But if I'm getting sales and not actually doing a lot to get them, what sort of a difference would it make if I was doing something to get them? Should I be adding different words into the, like changing the keywords, for example? Should I be doing that on a regular basis? Is there something I can do to be more proactive on Etsy that would make me have even more sales? So in amongst all my thinking, I was also realising that my products that I sell, so in my Etsy store, I've got all my location prints and my wildlife animals, which I know is a bit of a mismatch. But again, is with Etsy, the more products you've got, the more it benefits your shop, I believe. But I understand it's a mismatch. I've got locations and I've got animals, and some are digital art, some's watercolour, but they don't go together necessarily very well. Is that a problem? I don't know. I don't know if that's a problem. Should I just be concentrating on one? Should I not? If I concentrate on one, well then I reduce my products in half. And I've just put that totally upside down, but never mind. My location paintings take me forever to draw. Like, you know, we're talking 80 plus hours. Which admittedly, if I could sit down for a straight 80 plus hours, wouldn't take me very long. Well, what would that be? A week or so? But you know, life isn't like that. You can't just sit down for 80 odd hours and do it. Well, I can't anyway. I've got other commitments. So, obviously, because things take me so long to do, I don't get to put that many products in my store. So I'm trying to think, how can I make a much larger number of listings, products in my shop? Well, it's not going to be through doing location drawings, because yes, one picture can become a coaster, it can become a placemat, it can become a mug, but when they take me that long to make, things aren't going to happen at a quick pace, are they now? So I'm having to think outside the box a little bit now, and I'm trying to come up with ideas that I can do either with traditional materials or on my iPad, which can be used. They're more of an evergreen product that do not take me very long to produce, can be sitting in my Etsy shop and just be making money, like printables, for example. Do I make something where people can print it at home? I did think about doing that with my other stuff, my prints, but I can't control the quality of the prints that they will receive, and I would hate someone to print one of my prints onto NAF paper and it look rubbish. So I don't think I'm going to do it with that sort of stuff. But is there something else I can do to kind of get into this print on demand, which seems to be huge at the moment? I suppose it's cheaper, isn't it? If people can just print on the printers they've got at home, obviously you sell the product at a much cheaper price because there's not a lot that goes into it. It's just a digital file, which in itself would create a whole other thing, because how do you even produce it? How do you convert something into a digital file which can then be downloaded? Anyway, that would require a whole heap of other research, I'm sure. But yes, so I'm thinking about that. What can I do? So I'm trying to come up with ideas. It's going to make my shop even more varied than it actually already is. Is that going to be a good thing? I don't know. Would my shop become very confusing? And of course, hopefully, I've got the market coming up soon. I'll show you the sticker. Sorry, it just caught my attention, but I'd quite like to make stickers. I got this as a free thing with my paint, with my pens yesterday, and I was really chuffed. It says, "I am creative, what's your superpower?" No, there's no reason why I can't make stickers. To be fair, I have got like a scan and cut machine which can cut stickers, but that would be a whole nother learning. The whole reason I don't use it is because I never ever stopped to learn how to use it, because I realised how much time I'd have to dedicate to learning to use it. And just, it's like with everything. Who's got the hours in the day? But I do quite like the thought of having stickers. I was showing you my book that I write my to-do list in every day. I could make a book, like a to-do book. That could be another product. Or am I just going a bit crazy here and thinking, you know, I mean, obviously it's taking me off completely in a different direction to what I'm already in. Are there too many directions? But in all honesty, the locations, like when the trailers open, they just do brilliantly well. And when I'm in the market, I'm very, very confident that they're going to do well. I'm not doubting it. But that's a lot of months of the year that my stuff is not being seen. I'm not physically somewhere selling my stuff. Yes, it's in a couple of shops and that's fantastic. But I need to have more to my bow, so to speak, because it's just the time it takes to create and draw my stuff, which I know everyone thinks. There's a lot of people that just think my stuff is like, these are just photos, especially this. They're already thinking this is a photo. There is no photo whatsoever in this picture. No photo enhancements. That is all been drawn from scratch. Every single brick, stone I have drawn. This train, I have drawn it. This platform, I have drawn it. Everything has been drawn, albeit on an iPad. No photo enhancements, no photo whatsoever. All drawn from scratch. Not that it bothers me or anything, what people think, of course. So yes, I don't know what to do. I'm just thinking, would it be cool to do a to-do book? I mean, I could put one of my locations as the front cover maybe, or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm no illustrator. Like, you know, I do like the idea of just being able to come up with some of these cute characters that everyone... I mean, stickers. Stickers are a big business in Etsy. Well, they seem to be, anyway. And, you know, it's good. All these little characters that people come up... I mean, as you saw from when I was poorly, my therapy reverse colouring thing I did, I can't draw from my imagination. I have to have something in front of me. And the chances of me finding a unicorn that I can go and take a photo of or sit there while it munches the grass so that I can draw it and turn it into a cute character, those chances of that happening are pretty remote. So, you know, if I have to rely on my imagination, then I am doomed from the start. Or do I go on this Skillshare course? Like, there's a Skillshare thing on YouTube that everyone seems to get promoted by. All their videos, if you go and click on my link, you'll get 30 days free. Well, I'm starting to think maybe I should take 30 days for free. Free. Got a twitch that started coming up here ever since I was poorly the other day, and my hand literally does this. So now I'm thinking, you know, am I getting Parkinson's or something? This is my drawing hand. That is not good. I'm sure it's nothing. But anyway, what was I saying? Skillshare. Do I go on Skillshare? Do I take a course in how to illustrate? Is there a course on how to find your imagination? I don't know. There probably is. There's a course for everything, apparently. Should I be doing something like that? I don't know. All I know is I need to be bringing in a regular wage. And from the months that trailer or isn't open, or I'm not out publicly selling my stuff, there's a lot of months that I don't have a regular, consistent wage coming in. And so far, obviously what I've earned on the trailer has carried me through to winter. But as we know, the trailer's not opening this year, and the market is hopefully going to be my where I get my income, but that's not open yet, and that's still being renovated or whatever they're doing over there. And so I need to come up with something that will give me a steady stream of income. And so maybe, just maybe, I need to move away from this sort of stuff. Well, no, keep it going, obviously, but I need to have another sort of sideline on the top. Or am I just going to be doing too much? Do I just need to be patient? The other question I've got is, shall I give this lady a free gift? I have got quite a few seconds of coasters still here, so I'm thinking, you know, I mean, I've got so many of Cavelli, it's ridiculous. So I could just pop it in as a free gift and just... It's better than sitting in my pot, isn't it, at the end of the day? Maybe I will just give her a free coaster as a way of saying thank you. But obviously, It's one less in my pot because it's a second anyway. Yeah. Not bad, is it? She's got a tiny little mark here. I'm sure she won't mind. It's a freebie. I think I will pop it in one of these because I don't know where my little blue and white bags are. So let's pop it in one of these and take the seal off. Voila! Voila! I've enclosed a small free gift as a thank you. I just don't know. Oh, I could use this. At least not want that. Ba-da-bum-bum. God. In other news, I've had a bit of a rubbish week this week. I've been feeling proper deflated with the whole thing. You might well have been able to tell that already from my other little rant of what the hell to do just now. But yeah, proper deflated. Like, what am I doing? Is it all worth it? It's like these videos. Oh, God. It's like this sellotape. That is what this week has felt like to me. One thing after another. But yeah, so, like, I've just had this week where I'm thinking, is it all worth it? It's like these videos. I make these videos and I quite like making them because they're great to look back on. But nobody watches them. And nobody enjoys them because the view duration, when I look at the analytics, it shows me that nobody watches them. It's like people watch for about 10 seconds, go, no, that's boring, switch off. And I get it because it's not everybody's cup of tea. I don't really know how else to make my life exciting. My life isn't exciting, so I'm not going to be able to make it exciting. But then there's other people on YouTube. I don't think their life's that exciting either. But they have got thousands and thousands of subscribers. And the videos do really, really well. So I'm clearly doing something wrong. Not that I'm trying to be like the next big success story, but it would be pretty cool if more people, like, I've got 18 subscribers. It'd be nice to think that people kind of like seeing what I'm doing, but clearly they don't. So I'm thinking, why am I making YouTube videos? If nobody wants to watch them and nobody's enjoying them, why am I even bothering? But the fact is, I quite enjoy making them, and I quite like having something to look back on, because things really, really, really took off for me, and the locations did really, really well, and things actually started happening. It would be really great to look back on the days when it was all just a massive, great, big, fat struggle. So for that reason, I quite like making them. That is done. Hip hurrah, I've got to get that to the post soon. I don't know what else I can really say. I've just had a very, very deflating week. I mean, what's my business been? Like 3 years now, and I don't feel any further forward than I was 3 years ago. But that's because the trailer's been shut now for a while. I haven't been out amongst the public with my stuff. So it's all just feeling a bit flat and demoralising. But I know as soon as I'm in the market, things will change. I know that. But I just wish I could find a way of getting my stuff seen. It's like, I'd only have to sell 10 prints a day. That's it. 10 prints a day, or I don't know, 5 prints and 10 coasters. That's all I need. But as it turns out, I might show you my Etsy, and you'll see for yourself. It's just not enough. It's not enough on a regular basis to justify keeping this going, and that's the problem. So there we are. Since the 1st of January till now, I've made £118.75p on Etsy, which isn't a vast, massive sum of money, I know. And the conversion rate's not great, obviously. But let's compare that to last year. It's about the same in terms of, look, last year I was dipping this year I'm up. I peaked higher last year in February than I did this year. I don't know how much I made last year. I don't think it was that much. But anyway, from doing not a lot, just letting my products sit in my store, I've made this. And also, I think the sweet spot is to have 100 listings in Etsy, and then, I don't know, the logarithm starts working better for you or something. I'm absolutely no expert, so I don't know. And I currently have, how many do I have? I have, tells me somewhere, 65 products. I have all my prints, I have my wildlife stuff, I have mugs. Well, obviously Christmas stuff is not going to sell anyway this time of year. I've got my placemats. So it's all animal or watercolor, all my watercolor animal art, and also my location stuff. So it is a bit of a mismatch. It's a shame this stuff doesn't like go into nice categories where you got all the location stuff and then all the wildlife stuff, but there we are. Maybe it does. Maybe that's something I can sort out. I don't know. That's what I've got. So if I start adding different things like notepads and stickers, is it all going to get a little bit too confusing or not? Is it just worth trying it anyway? Because whatever else, Etsy does better for me than my website does. So, yes, I've just got to start being able to make it work even better for me, for sure. There's been so much put into it, I don't want to give up on it, but I just might have to. And that's sort of how where my head's been at this week. That's what I'm thinking. And, you know, it's not the best thing, because I know there's so much potential for it. I know it's a good product. I've heard so many people tell me it's a good product, and there's been so much that has been put into it. But if people can't see the product, no one's going to buy the product, are they? So I either take quite a drastic turn, keep this stuff going, but take another turn and start looking at a different type of customer and a different market. And if I can incorporate the two, then fantastic. Like put my pictures on notebooks or to-do books or memo pads or make some stickers. I don't know. I might be able to incorporate it all into something, but I need to target what is proving to now be more popular on Etsy, which seems to be digital printouts. Things that people can print for themselves. And maybe that's just all part to do with the cost of living. I don't know. I mean, things are obviously different. The world has changed massively, hasn't it, in such a short time, really, what with COVID and the war and everything costing so much. Chicken, £5.60 in Asda yesterday to get chicken. Unbelievable. And we're only talking like the chicken breasts. It's not like it was a massive, great, big, huge, humongous chicken that had been bred on some farm where it got fed flipping the best corn in the world and had its toes washed on a regular basis. It was just standard chicken breast. £5.60. Sure, it was $2.99 not long ago. Made it the most expensive curry ever last night. But yes, my point is things have changed quite drastically, and I'm thinking I need to move along with the times. Right, let's get down the post office and post this. It's not going very far actually, it's only going to Barnstable, which is pretty cool. So I'm only going to get this in the post now, and then at least I know there will be one happy customer tomorrow morning when this arrives on their doorstep with a free gift enclosed.